Is the Sony A6400 the new hot vlogging camera? Let's find out. What's up everyone, I'm the Everyday Dad. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. Today we're unboxing the brand new Sony A6400. Before we get started, I do want to thank my friends over at B&H Photo for sending me the A6400 to make a series of videos about. If you'd like to get your very own, there will be links in the description below. Let's get into it. So if you don't know me, I actually spent a long time in the beginning of my channel using a Sony A6300, which is where this cage came from. I've had this cage forever. So when Sony announced the A6400, I actually got pretty excited about it because, so if you can give me an A6300 with the A7 III colors and better everything else, like I'm on board with that. So in the box we got the manuals and books and warranty card, which will never be seen again. And ooh, very small, very minimalistic, maybe not as minimalistic as Canon's box, but at least this is small, whereas Canon's packaging is like huge and doesn't have anything in it. Ooh, we got the strap. So again, I'm trying to find out who all uses the strap, who all does not use the strap that comes in the box. Leave a comment below. I love the thing that's, I don't know, it's such a split divide of people that use the strap and people that don't use the strap. So let me know in the comments if you use the strap that comes with your camera. That's awesome. Okay, so we've got the powered adapter, which I would rather Sony just did not include and just include a battery charger. I hate charging batteries in the camera. Like, just give me a battery charger. Like, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. We have an eye cup that will never come out of this package. Ooh, we've got the class-leading micro USB. That's sarcasm. It's not. USB-C. Let's do USB-C. And the battery, which is still the same battery as on the other A6000 series cameras. And I have a whole bunch of, from using an A6300, which I don't have it with me right now. So that's all that. Let's check out the camera itself. Oh, there we go. Box, you go over here. The Sony A6400, the newest Sony camera that has a flip screen. Let's see here. Yep, it feels very much, from what I can see and what I've read online, this is basically the exact same body as the A6300. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, the A6300, I thought was a really nice little compact camera. Obviously, I used it for like 6 months straight, which is, if you follow me, you know that me using any piece of gear for 6 months, that's impressive. So yeah, it looks like it's got all the same menu systems, all the same buttons, but what are we really here for? That flip up screen. Now, I don't think the flip up screen's that big of a deal. I know it kind of got beat up all over the internet about it. But I think just, you know, one of the things about cameras these days is a lot of camera companies are just not giving us any way to monitor ourselves with the camera. And I know camera forum user that only vloggers and narcissistic people, this is the me generation. Well, if you make content like me as a solo creator, it's hard to know that you're doing it right if you don't have some way to monitor yourself. So like right now we're on the Nikon Z6, one of my favorite cameras of all time, but I've got a monitor on it. But if I'm out and about, I forget the battery and the cable for that monitor all the time. All the time. So just give me something in body. Like right now we've got the EOS RP recording us on top, which is great because I've got the flip screen that just shows me everything about it. Is it my preferred method? No, but I like that Sony's at least trying it. So let's check out that sensor. That beautiful Sony APS-C sensor. So APS-C is probably my favorite sensor size. The problem is that none of the cameras that I like have it. So I use the GH5 and the Nikon Z6 primarily, a micro four thirds and a full frame camera. If they had the same features that they have and an APS-C sensor, I'd probably go with that. So SD card still goes in the same spot. I wish it went off to the side. What do we got? I like the little door here. We've got microphone, USB, we've got micro HDMI and USB. We do not have a headphone out, which kind of stinks. Same one customizable button. Okay, let's pop a battery in this thing and see what it looks like. Because everything, I mean, if you've seen an A6300 unboxing video, you've now, welcome to your second one. Okay, so this is a charged battery that I already have because we were trying to be prepared for this video and we forgot an SD card. Nope, here's an SD card. We did prepare for this video. We're definitely prepared and not prepared at all. So let's see here. One of the negatives that I had about the Sony A6300 was it had Sony's old menu system, which is not very good. Okay, so this has the newer version that's on the A7 III, that's on the A6500, which I hate the A6500. So don't Oh, I'm not a big fan, but I hopefully will be a big fan of this. So it looks like we got all the same settings. I do like the newer version of the Sony menu system. It's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. Yep, we got all the standard stuff, standard stuff, standard stuff, standard stuff. But what's exciting about this camera, so whereas this is an APS-C camera, it does 4K 30 with Sony's all new like autofocus algorithm, which I'm sure we'll make a video about next week. But it's got all of this new stuff for like a very reasonable price, whereas the EOS RP here does 1080p 30, and it's like twice as much as this with the kit lens. Oh, that SD card has no space. Okay, new SD card has space. Hooray, we got 2 hours worth of space. And that brings up another positive benefit of the A6400 is, whereas the A6300 would overheat on me all the time, this should not have overheating problems, and this does not have a record limit when you're recording. So like you can do 4K for apparently ever. And then another thing, let's make sure we get it turned on in the menus is it already doing it? Oh, okay. So this has the new tap to track focus, which it's not necessarily new because the A5100 had it. But it's new for this, it's new for like, I don't know, it's a feature that Sony has that, but look at that setting. Can you guys see that? Like, that's pretty good. Whoa, that's some terrible rolling shutter, but that's some pretty good focus. So I'm really excited to do a whole like dedicated, we're gonna do a dedicated video about the new Sony autofocus versus Canon's dual pixel autofocus. That we'll do next week. Ugh, that is, I don't normally complain about rolling shutter, but that's pretty bad. So what we'll do now, we're gonna do an indoor test of the camera, and then we're gonna go outdoors and test it out a little bit and just do some initial impressions. Again, I am very excited about this. I like the flip up screen. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna pop it right into this cage, because one of the negatives about the flip up screen is if you put a microphone, and I don't know that I would ever put like a Rode, like the normal shotgun microphone on top of it. When I'm out and about, I don't like shotgun microphones because I don't like being trapped to the camera. Yes, I'm using scissors to screw this in. I don't like being trapped to the camera, so I'll probably use a wireless system, and I put a little cold shoe adapter here on the side to put my little Rode Link system on. So where's my little tripod? We did get the one with the smaller kit lens, so I always liked, if you're gonna get a kit lens, they're rarely very good, especially on Sony cameras. Now, if you get something like the Z6 with this kit lens, it's amazing, or the RP's kit lens is also amazing. But I like this one just because of how small it is. It may not be the optically best lens, but I like this better than the bigger Sony kit lens, which is also not great, but this one's smaller. Okay, so record. So there we go. There's the Z6 with the monitor. There's the RP with the monitor. Let's make some magic happen. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. And you've even got me on focus. Okay. Okay, something I don't like. Okay, we're running into some issues right off the bat where if you have this, if you have a cage on it, it blocks like a third, maybe like a fourth or a third of the screen. So, well, crap. Now how am I gonna, well, that kind of stinks. Well, I mean, this is obviously super initial impression, so don't like, this is the indoor image quality of the Sony A6400 with the kit lens. What are we in? We're in f3.5 right now, 4K 30, ISO 800. ISO 400, that should be a little bit better. But yeah, this is the indoor, why am I holding you when I could just set you down? Okay, yeah, so this is the indoor image quality of the A6400. We might have to find a different solution to mount some audio things to it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this image quality looks like. Again, this is not like a prime lens or something like we just saw in the Nikon Z6. This is the kit lens, the 16 to 50, 3.5 to lots. It's not gonna give you the best indoor image quality, but it's something. So yeah, so this is what you could expect to get. The audio's not coming out of this yet. We'll do that when we go outside, but I can see that it's got my face. The autofocus definitely has my face, and one of the benefits of having this monitor is if you use something like the A7 III and you plug in a monitor, you lose face tracking unless you're recording to that monitor. Sometimes I just want to record internally, but have a monitor, so this kind of takes that away, where you should get all the autofocus. I like that it definitely has my face. It's got a lock on the face, dang, like, it's got us, whew, it's like the Predator not letting us go. Okay. Man, dad jokes. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll hop outside, we'll do a quick outside test and give it a shot, see what we think. See you there. Okay, so here is the outside video test of the Sony A6400. Again, we've got it on the cage, we've got the little monitor. I think it looks pretty good. I'm looking at the little monitor right here. I don't like that I'm missing so much the monitor's real estate by using a cage, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I still can frame. I still have got the rule of thirds grids up there, so I can put the shot where I want it. But what's nice is that I can see that the box, and I think what's going to be the real powerful part about the A6400 is it's got a lot of the same focusing things about like the A7 III, the A6500, all the normal Sony cameras, but since it's got its own monitor that you can like see yourself in, you don't have to worry about like the face tracking being turned on when you plug in an external monitor, which is one of the biggest drawbacks of the A7 III. Because if you are an online content creator and you're a solo crew like right now, me, I can't do all this myself. I need to monitor to make sure it's okay. Like here's the big camera. Look at all that crap you need. I don't necessarily want all that crap. You might not necessarily want all that crap, so having a flip up or flip out screen is a very big benefit. So let's do a quick, let's sit you down. How is the autofocus? Now, when I did the track to focus earlier, it was amazingly good. So hopefully it's still, I hope that it's still as good even here. So yeah, this has been the outdoor video quality. What do you guys think? Is there anything you want to see out of the A6400? Leave a comment below. I'm very excited to be trying this out over the next week or so. Will I get one? I'm not sure yet. I do really like that this is a tiny setup that I could just take with me out and about, which is one of my main requirements in a travel camera, is some way to monitor myself, because I hate, you saw that big setup, I always forget a battery, I always forget a cable, I always forget something. So I'm actually pretty interested in this to see if it can work out. But yeah, let me know what you want to see, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.